Director Wray attachments to the report identify more than 50 FBI employees, 50, who apparently had unauthorized contact with members of the media. I'm not interested in hearing about additional training, which is certainly necessary, but not sufficient.
Hello everybody, welcome to the show. Ross Madden speaking to you through the Truther Think Tank channel. You and I are here to expose the deep state, starting with the FBI. Senator Orrin Hatch is upset with the FBI director for trying to understate the ubiquity of corruption within the FBI. You heard him make the point the OIG documented 50 FBI agents leaking to the media. Most of them are getting the Hillary Clinton treatment, and their names aren't even being released, completely redacted. So deep state agents at all levels of our Department of Justice are working to thwart the will of the American voters, but we aren't even allowed to know who they are? That to me is a little bit terrifying. People want to tell you that the scum is only at the top, and most of them have already lost their jobs, they've already been fired or demoted, but when 50 agents are outed by one report, you just know that it goes a lot deeper than that. It is really important, though, to distinguish between leaks and whistleblowers. A whistleblower often puts their name and reputation on the line to tell the truth about what's going on within an organization. As an American voter, I believe it was my right to know that Hillary Clinton was under investigation. And if you listen to the hearing, that's what every single Democrat was upset about. How could you, Comey? You leaker? How could you leak that Hillary was under investigation? Everyone thinks transparency is the problem. Democrats think there's way too much of it. Orrin Hatch wants to turn the FBI inside out. Let's have a listen.
Listen to these findings from the Inspector General's report on the handling of the Clinton email investigation. Error of judgment, serious error of judgment, extremely poor judgment, and a gross lack of professionalism. Now, these are conclusions that were drawn, respectively, about the conduct of former Attorney General of the United States, the former Director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and FBI special agents assigned to one of the highest profile investigations in the Bureau's history. In my opinion, this is appalling, and the significance of these findings cannot be overstated. The report identifies missteps at every level of the Department of Justice, from our nation's chief federal law enforcement officer to special agents in the field. Director Wray, I have to say that I was disappointed by your response last week to the Inspector General report. And while you admitted that the report found errors of judgment, you took pains to emphasize that the report focused on, quote, a small number of FBI employees, unquote. Well, let's remember who that small number of employees was. The director of the FBI, the deputy director of the FBI, the leader of both the Clinton email investigation and the Russia investigation. These were not junior field agents. These were senior agency officials. They were running two of the most important investigations in the Bureau's history, and they were insubordinate, grossly unprofessional in their communications, and even untruthful. So let's not pretend like this was some one-off problem. There is a serious problem with the culture at FBI headquarters.
Just as an example, but I could go on, convening every single SES employee in the entire FBI to come for a full day of training specifically focused on this is a measure of how seriously I take this.
There should be no doubt that these errors cast a cloud over the FBI's handling of the Clinton email investigation and the investigation's credibility. Now, even more troubling is the irreparable harm to the FBI's reputation for neutral fact-finding and political independence. I want to focus on two issues identified in the report. The first is improper disclosures to the media, and the second is the political bias evidenced in text messages between FBI employees. The FBI has a policy that strictly limits the employees who are authorized to speak to the media. This is appropriate for any organization that quietly investigates with an eye towards prosecution in a court of law, rather than the court of public opinion. But the Inspector General found that this policy was widely ignored by employees at all levels of the FBI. The report goes so far as to describe a culture of unauthorized media contacts, including instances where FBI employees improperly received tickets, golf outings, drinks, and other benefits from reporters. Now, as you know, this is totally inappropriate. Director Ray attachments to the report identify more than 50 FBI employees, 50, who apparently had unauthorized contact with members of the media. If the Inspector General identified 50 employees in connection with his review of this one investigation, a counterintelligence investigation no less, I'm afraid that the number of employees engaged in such unauthorized conduct across the Bureau is likely to be far greater. Now, clearly, additional action is needed to identify other personnel engaged in leaks and unauthorized media contacts. I'm not interested in hearing about additional training, which is certainly necessary, but not sufficient.
Senator Orrin Hatch, what are you going to do to get to the bottom of Hillary Clinton's cover-up? He's upset about the leakers, but I want Hillary's 30,000 illegal State Department emails. Those were subpoenaed, and we need those. Those are very important, and they contain a lot of corruption. This will not stop until we know what she did when she was working for the State Department for those Clinton Foundation kickbacks. Subscribe if you liked what you heard, because there's a lot more coming on this OIG report hearing. We need a second special counsel. Hashtag second special counsel. Please share that hashtag. Hashtag second special counsel to investigate the FBI and DOJ corruption. We need 10 special counsels, but it starts with one independent special counsel. The Department of Justice cannot be trusted to investigate themselves. Everyone needs to know about their corruption. So share this message, get this out there, or even better, stop by the bumper sticker store at Expose the Deep State and buy an FBI I'm with her bumper sticker. Let everyone know the FBI was with Hillary Clinton. Spread the word, get it out there, get this message out there. This is a big meme. It's not an argument, but it's a big meme, and it changes people's minds. And if you get 10, they're a great deal. They're less than $2 each after shipping. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for giving me your time.